I'll call to order the regular Township Board meeting for December 14th, 2016. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Angie, would you please give us a roll call attendance?
Sue.
Here.
Tom.
Here.
Kathy.
Here.
Angie here. Mary Agnes.
Here. Welcome our new board members.
Thank you.
We sure appreciate your taking the chance to run, and we knew we'd see you again anyway. So
So I took the TK
checking to make
off.
sure you got the right.
Yeah, I haven't said TK on it before. I kind of liked it. It was personalized, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I know everybody knows you as TK, so.
Okay.
We
Then I
didn't
guess-
get the memo about red though.
Oh, you know what? None of us talk to each other. That just tells you how this well-oiled machine that we have here, of these officers all work
Like
together.
mines.
So, all right, we have an agenda, and is there anybody who wants to add or take anything out? I would like to remove, with your permission, the Ira Township fire runs. I did not receive those, and I didn't get anything from Sir from Huron Consultants. Did you send it this week, or?
Oh, I sent it, yeah, last week.
Last week? I didn't get it last week. Last two I haven't been able to get, so I don't know.
I received it.
Did you? Okay. Next time, give me a
Yeah.
copy if you think of it. So those two will be removed. Anything else anybody sees that? No? Nothing? Nobody wants to add anything?
We just got these tonight, but it's not I already talked to Angie about it. They're
Okay.
supposed to be emailed.
Yeah, those were mine.
Yeah,
Okay.
she did us a favor getting that done. I put this together last Thursday afternoon and delivered it to everybody around 3 o'clock, so, and she was already gone for the day, and I didn't want all the other stuff to be held up, but it's probably my screw-up, because I didn't remind Angie. She had a lot going last week,
Yeah,
too,
I didn't
so-
see the note till this afternoon that I was supposed to email.
Oh,
So
okay,
email that report to everybody. Sorry,
all right.
I didn't see it.
What that is actually not a report for, I mean, it's just to keep a reference point, so that when we go to spend money, if you want to double check to make sure that there's actually money there, you see how much of your budget's been spent and how much is left. So if there's anything that you're questioning, then, we can always refer to that, and that's up to date through the end of last month.
I wonder if we can start getting a list of the credit card charges.
Sure,
So,
sure, no problem.
And put that in our
I don't think we
packet.
even use a credit card, do we?
Just you, and I need to, Julie Davenport, who is treasurer, she left me some information, passed it on. There's one with Fifth Third that I need to renew or cancel, whatever we're going to do. But Angie and I are both,
It was still in Patty's name.
Right.
Because I didn't put it in
Right.
her name because I wanted to wait to see what happened.
See if you got Vic in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so when there is,
Okay.
those can go in the packet too.
Okay, even if they say zero, you still want to see the copy?
No,
'Cause,
no.
okay,
No,
usually
I
it's just a zero balance. Okay.
Yeah, because then you can see in the check register if you paid it or not.
Well, most of those are done for
Yeah.
credit cards for like traveling.
Yeah.
And we've kind of cut out a lot of the traveling. What
Yeah,
everyone
I know.
is doing actually is, if they want to go someplace, they've been paying their own way. But,
Yeah.
I'd like to, because I got kind of wild this last 3 years. It got kind of
It was a while
crazy.
before that.
Yeah. I don't know, I didn't go anywhere, so. I was only a flunky. No offense. All right, so with all those things, if you don't see any more additions that you want to add, I'd like to have someone make a motion to approve the agenda.
I motion to approve the agenda.
And I need a second.
I'll second it.
All right, we have a motion and a second to approve the agenda with the changes. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. All right, let's go to the consent agenda. We have the special meeting for November 3rd minutes. We have the regular meeting for November 9th minutes. We have the reports from the treasurer's office. We have, what else we have here? Investment reports. The clerk's report, we have a revenue and expenditure report that Kathy was kind enough to run for us for November 30th. Approval of checks, we get payroll dates of November 16th and November 30th. Gross combined total income of $23,060.96. There was also a payroll to be paid to Don Chop for $1,492.90. There's approval of accounts payables. The opens were $10,366.88, and the already paids were $36,517.36. We have correspondence, the Marine City fire runs. We had no report for Ira, which were removed, and no report for file for Huron Consultants. So, is there anybody that questions anything on that consent agenda? Otherwise, I'd like to motion to have it approved.
I
If
got
somebody will
one
make
thing,
that
Mary
motion.
Agnes.
I'm sorry?
I got one thing.
Sure.
It's probably nothing that important, but we couldn't get the person's name, either one of the names of the people that was applying for that job. And it shows in here was Tom Posey.
Yeah, I made that announcement that night.
Well, it was top secret that night.
No,
No.
yeah,
he
because
wasn't.
he was scheduled to come in to meet us at that meeting, and then he called that morning and
Well, you
bailed.
said he
Number
wasn't going to be
two.
here, but you didn't say who it was.
Yeah, number
And then
2 was
number-
kept private.
Yeah, number
Oh,
two was
Number
kept.
2
okay.
is, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Posey did decline the
Okay.
offer after he thought about it for a while.
I just remember asking, you said you couldn't tell us what his name was, and then the
Well, the other gentleman,
That was number 2.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, I did ask for both of them.
Okay.
okay. Well, does anybody else remember Tom Posey's name or no?
We were the only ones there
Oh,
at that meeting, the 3 of us.
Was
That
it?
was November
Okay.
3rd.
all right, November 3rd, okay.
Just a.
All right, was there anything else that you were questioning there?
Is the new guy the other guy, the staker?
I'm sorry?
Is the staking guy the
The new guy?
The
That's-
the second one?
Yes.
Is
Yes.
it? Okay.
Yeah, what I have done, and when I get into it, I probably should explain it right now, I guess. When I checked with the Department of Natural Resources, the Water Quality Department, I asked them for names of all people in Macomb and St. Clair County that was available with that certain license. And when she wrote back to me, she told me there was only one person available in St. Clair County, and she wasn't going to give me one name because she didn't want the state to be pointing at one particular person as the only person. So I got Mr. Posey's name from Katie, his daughter-in-law is on our Parks and around our Planning Commission. And Mr. Posey is legally blind, but his license is still active. And I was told up in St. Clair Township that they allowed him to hold that license there until Don got there. So it was legit.
Okay.
But then when I asked her the question about anyone that's doing the misdig stakings or the reading the meters, do you have to have a license for that? And she said no. So that's why I thought at least we can get that part of our department up and rolling. And then when we get to some of the other discussion,
Okay.
okay? All right, so anybody else want to?
Well, have we put an ad in anything to hire the?
I called up to
DPW?
Michigan Rural Water,
Yeah.
and they seem to think that we're gonna have trouble finding somebody. So it was my intention to, when we take care of Mr. Westrick, when he gets in here, I would like him to take that class so that he's young enough, he's 40 years old. He's not like he's gonna be, 60 and gonna be dropping dead in 10 minutes. But,
Easy, I'm 61.
oh,
Thank
sorry
you
about
very
that.
much.
I didn't mean that. Well, I'm 63. If you die of old age, I won't be far behind. So that's why we kind of thought we'd try and shoot for somebody that we know has got a good work ethics. He's got a good work record. He worked for my husband, so I know he understands water and sewer. And he's self-employed right now. He cuts lawns and plows snow in the wintertime, and he's trying to get back away from some of that hard work like landscaping. He's going to drop the landscaping part of his business, and then this would be something he can do a few hours a week. And I think it'll help both of us.
Plus, what you told me earlier is that it has been verbally publicized.
Oh, yeah.
It's been verbally
yeah.
broadcast for the
Yeah.
last 3 meetings. We've gone to Clay Township,
Yep.
Ira Township, Marine City.
St. Clair Township. I've been up and down this
And no
river
one's come
talking to them.
forward.
No. I mean, they all want to help us, but they don't, I even had one guy that just retired from Clay last month, and I thought, well, maybe he'd want to do some side work. He's ready to retire. He said he wants to sit with his feet up for a while, so. So, anywho, that's the information on that. So, Did we vote on the consent agenda or not?
No.
No? All right. And we have a motion, and we had a discussion, right?
We didn't motion yet for the consent agenda, just for the approval of the additions.
Okay, I need the motion to...
I
Okay.
motion to accept the consent agenda.
Okay,
I'll second.
and we have a second.
Is that Kathy?
Kathy?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. All in favor signify by saying aye, please.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Say no. Hearing none, motion carried. All right, now we'll go to the open session. Anyone that wishing to address the board? I'm sorry, did you say something?
Oh, I was wondering if I had to do roll call.
Huh?
Roll call for that.
Oh,
Roll call vote.
Probably,
yeah, we probably should.
Okay.
You always remind me, you're so good.
Tom,
Angie, could I bother you?
Yes. Yeah. Okay, Tom?
Yes.
Angie, yes. Kathy?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Mary Agnes?
Yes. Okay. Okay, anyone in the audience that wants to address the board regarding agenda items may do so at this time, and please approach the podium when you do so.
Just a quick thing. Good evening. Welcome, new board members. I just want to comment on the water operator. I know the state requires by law that you have a water operator license to operate your water system. If this position is still vacant, you can put my name as your licensed engineer for backup. And there's no charge for that, of course. Just use my name, and you can release that to the state. And they will accept my degree in lieu of the license.
Oh, all right.
I am a
That's good to
licensed
know.
engineer,
Yeah.
and that should cover you until you find a replacement.
Yeah.
Very good, thank you,
That's
Sumit.
great to know. Good to know.
Okay, unfinished business. That's discussion of the part-time DPW guy to handle the misdigs taking reports and the quarterly meeting readings for the rate of $20 per hour plus mileage. His name is Scott Westrick. He's 40 years old. He's married, got 2 kids. He worked for us for about 5 years. So he handled sewer and water, because that's the majority of what we did as far as underground. He's a hard worker, meticulous about, as far as cleanup on anything he ever does. He's just he's got that landscape attitude, and it looks gorgeous when he's done. So he's just, he's a one-man band. Big, strong fella, and good attendance, never missed a day of work. He's just, I think he's somebody we could work with. So, and I expected him to be here this evening, but as it turned out, he wasn't able to come down, which I'm glad, because the weather is so crappy. But anyhow, we'll, if you want to act on that now, or if you want to hold a special meeting and have him come down during the day, now
I'd
that
like
you...
to talk to him.
Now that
just
you're
an interview.
incapacitated, you should be able to come through the daytime now, right?
Well, listen, got my knee up in a sling or something.
Well, you can't drive truck, can you?
So I can still get in. I don't know Mary Agnes, I'll make it work.
You'll make it work.
I want to meet anybody I'm going to
All
hire.
right, would you mind giving us some dates and times of days in the next week so that I can get a hold of him, and you too, Sue?
Well, next week,
How's your week look?
well, week
Busy?
before Christmas.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, we're gonna
we
have to
need
read these
to.
meters at the end of the
Yeah.
month, so we
Right.
gotta make a
Yeah,
decision
so
here
you
pretty
need to do
quick.
it ASAP.
I mean, if you,
Not Thursday, right?
Wednesdays,
Oh, Wednesdays are good?
yeah, Wednesday.
Well, I was gonna go the wrong day. Okay,
Tuesday?
well, after I get out of work, so it'd
Oh,
have to be
okay, you're
like
still
after
working
2.
too? Okay,
Yeah,
Or
Alright.
Monday, we're here 9 to 5.
yeah.
yeah.
Are you,
As long as I gotta work till
okay, so you're
After
available
2.
Monday?
after 2.
Monday after 2,
Yeah. Tuesday after 2.
Tuesday after 2,
Not Wednesday, but Thursday should be okay.
no Wednesday. And Thursday,
And that should be okay.
anytime
What about-
Thursday? Like Thursday morning?
That should be good. As far as
Okay.
I know. Trying to think what's on my calendar.
Tom, I just need to give you a buzz on
you
you.
can call my cell.
Okay,
Don't email me. Don't text message me.
oh, okay.
Just call me.
You don't get text messages either?
It don't make no noise.
Oh, okay.
How many hours will he work? How will that
Will he be on a schedule or?
Yes,
just
we're
for
gonna
the-
have him try and be here when there's work to be done. I mean, the Mystics come in every day. Monday morning, he's probably gonna be busy, because anything that came in over the weekend will have to be acted upon. So, and then,
But seeing as how we never had a mistake before, the building's picking up, he probably isn't gonna get a lot of hours, though. I would imagine it would be 20 hours a week would be a lot.
oh, yeah, I don't think it'd be 20 hours a week.
Now, he's gonna have access to, there's no real prints for anything, well, the sewers there is, isn't there?
Yes.
The
It should
water
be for the
lines
water, too. There's,
up there in the river, and we never did get the print for the water out here, did we?
well, there's being some arrangements made for that right now.
Okay. But he's computer savvy enough to do that type of work.
Yes, he is,
Where I'd have to hire somebody because
because you're still old school.
I'm still pretty good with my phone and that's about it.
Okay,
But,
except texting.
I can text, I
So
just
is
can't
he
hear
used
it.
in both non-emergency and emergency?
No,
or
he's
he
just gonna be
gonna-
for Mystic stakings,
Okay.
and Don has extended the help with preparing the quarter reports and things that have to come. I don't think they're that hard, but I also couldn't get help from Clay. Johnny DeBoyer told me he would help me as well.
Is Don still on board for if we have a pump down or
He
overflowing?
he is at this point, but he wants to give that up. Now, that's where I'm probably gonna have to talk to Sumit about a contractor to do that on the outside, because I don't think that Don did a whole lot. I mean, he could tell when he had a backup, and he knew how to open her up and let it.
Yeah, but you gotta have, that's where you gotta have that license to turn the report into the state. Is that a true statement?
Yes.
So that you do the water releases properly so we don't get fined?
Yeah, I know. I helped him with the last one he did, so I know what he's doing, so. And I
Because
can
those
help
pump
him.
stations, he's always said they were bad, need a repair too.
Yes, they
Is that
are.
something that you covered when you were doing that? Looked at the pump stations too, Surratt, or no?
Just for assessment, but no rehab work.
Okay.
But you know what pretty much needs to be done?
Not completely.
No?
The final assessment it was planned to be done with Mr. Chop, and we didn't get to that stage yet.
All right, well, I'm sure he'll cooperate with us and
Yeah.
give us a hand with that, so.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah, if you
generate a report.
include me in with it too, just so I can bring it to the board too, and know what I'm talking about when I'm sitting here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Me three. Okay?
Absolutely.
Or else I have you check the pump. We'll stay on the top.
No, I'm gonna put you in the hole. Okay, there's also gonna be some other training that he's gonna need for working in those, down in the sewer, so, the hazmat stuff, so. So anyhow, if you guys still wanna talk to him, can we tentatively approve this guy subject to your interviewing him, or do you wanna just wait till that day and do it?
I suppose you could just wait till that.
Yeah, I'd like to meet him.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right,
I feel better about approving him.
And
okay.
it's good if you text me. I take text.
Oh,
A
good.
lot easier than phone calls.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Better
Even
than
though-
phone calls, huh?
Although sometimes I don't get back to people that text me right away.
Yeah, but she's just your sister. Okay.
That's what I get.
All right, then, we'll table this then till we have our meeting next week, if that's all right with everybody. Do we need a motion to that effect,
As well.
to table it
I'll make a motion
need-
to table it till
next week?
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
second that.
All right, well, we have a second by Sue. Okay, all right, we're going to, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. New business, approval of a regulation to change the Cottrellville Township zoning ordinance. This was a mistake that was made by, I assume, me. I didn't put it on the agenda, and we have a crackerjack planning commission chairman, and boy, she just gets all her ducks in a row, and she's got everything checked off her list, and she went ahead and put the ad in the paper that it was going to be discussed at that meeting, which it was supposed to, and we missed it. So I called the Michigan Townships, and they asked me to run the ad again, and once we approve it tonight. I think, Tom, you were aware of this one. The gentleman that you're scraping the building down here for, yeah, he was the one that kind of instituted getting this off dead center. We had 2 that month for that, so, and it's change to the zoning ordinance, accessory buildings, number 3, accessory buildings aggregate of combined main floor area may not exceed 2,600 square feet. Right now, it's 1,200. And then it's so many, 200 feet for every acre after. Scheduled regulations limiting height, bulk, density, and area by zoning district for allowance of maximum percentage of lot area covered by bona fide farms with farm buildings on 20 acres or more and are exempt from size limits. Size of accessory buildings cannot be waived by the Zoning Board of Appeals on any recorded plat. So that's what the change is in the zoning ordinance. And with your permission, I would like to have that incorporated into our zoning ordinance from now on. And then we'll run an ad, and then it'll be effective shortly after that.
So that'll work with Mike's situation down here then? Perfect, okay.
Yeah, we have so many people out here that want to build larger accessory buildings because they have motorhomes, and they have boats, and they have second cars, and they have antique cars, and they have, kids with cars, and lawnmowers, and tractors, and all that stuff, and so many people are having it set out in rust. So this was to eliminate that problem. They're having more and more toys now than we used to have, so, and you don't want to give that up. When you have acreage, you want to be able to kind of take care of it, but 20 acres is a lot to handle, so. So if we have a motion on the, can we?
This applies to 3 or 4 acre plots too.
Yes, yeah.
And the ad is for the public hearing, I assume?
I'm sorry?
The ad you're going to run for the public hearing?
No, that's just for that it's been approved at this. We had the public hearing already. Yeah, all that was taken care of. This is one I think I dropped the ball because it got in the paper before I got it on the board meeting, but she's very efficient, so. So if we could have a motion to approve this, I would like to have someone make
I
that.
entertain a motion to approve the
Regulation
I'm reading
change?
wrong. There it is, I'm reading the wrong one.
I'll second.
Regulation change to Cottrellville Township zoning ordinance.
Okay, and we have a motion and a second by Angie. All in favor signify by saying aye, and a roll call vote, please.
I first or the roll call vote?
You.
Oh, okay,
The roll call.
okay. Mary Ignis?
Yes.
Angie, yes. Kathy?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Tom?
Yes.
Motion carried. Thank you. Approval of payment to United Resource LLC. That's for cleaning heavy roots and some grease from a sanitary sewer in front of AJ's Restaurant to the main. It was done in August of 2016, and the charge to us was $1,000. I sent an invoice to them, to Andy right away for the $1,000 because when I talked to United Resource, they said they were just going to include it in their regular billing. Well, I never noticed it. And finally, they just sent it to us just this month. So Angie's got it, and she's got it also on your list of agenda in your payables. So it's in that figure, but I just wanted to draw your attention to it so you know that it was being taken care of.
Have we heard back from Mr. Garcia yet, or no?
No,
Do we expect to?
No.
Big question. Is he gonna end up
well-
eventually paying for it somehow, or?
well, Tom, what I did, and again, I didn't follow through on it far enough, but when I sent the bill, I sent it early enough so that if you didn't pay it by October 31st, it would roll to taxes. The only thing I did not is verify that with the girls to see if they did it or not, so. But if they don't get it this year, they're gonna get it next year.
Okay.
Because I noticed that some of this wasn't handled well, the first 3 years before we got here, that they weren't rolling some of the stuff to taxes, so. But my point in that, when we changed the rules for that, was to give them 9 months to pay their bills, and then after that, when we go in now January 1st, the first bill we're gonna get is for the last quarter, but if they don't have it paid, it's going on their taxes, and then we start the new year in our book slip cleaner for the water department, so, okay? All right, that's just a point of information, or if you want to vote on it just to make sure that it's approved, we can entertain a motion for that as well, for that $1,000. Are you satisfied that you approved it in the
Yeah, we
first
approved it in
bunch?
the
Okay,
consent
so
agenda.
you're happy with that? All right, I just wanted to make sure that you had it.
And it's irritating to go in for the taxes for next year then?
Well, as soon as we find, it may be in this year's, I
Yeah,
don't
we have to
really know.
verify it, yeah.
Okay.
But we gotta check that. Okay, County Administrator Carrie Hechting is requesting a copy of our ORV ordinance, and if we planned on identifying roads within our jurisdiction that would be closed to ORV vehicles, so the Sheriff's Department has a record of these. At this point in time, we've adopted the county resolution for the operations of off-road vehicles on county roads, and the only road that they don't want you running around on is M29. Now, if there's another road in the township that you want to add to that list so that they can't have it, otherwise, we're all set. So, has anybody got a objection to just keeping them off M29 like the county does, or do you want to add another road in our township to keep them off of? And if we do, we just have to notify the sheriff so he knows that,
I don't.
Do we have a copy of that ordinance someplace?
It's
I think it's in your,
Is it in the
It's
packet?
F3, yeah.
Okay.
yeah, I think it's in there, Tom.
I've got a son that needs to see it.
You got some that needs to see it?
Yeah,
Well, at this point, he can run up and down Shea Road.
yeah, that's good. Probably sure I shouldn't have made the general last week, but hey.
All right, so we're all on board to leave it the way the county wants it done, just M29, and the rest of the township is okay. All right, very good. Approval of the township meeting schedule and calendar for 2017. I didn't make any extra copies, but I will, and it'll be out on the the table there before you leave tonight if you want. It just tells you what days that we're taking as days off, so that, you know, legal holidays and so forth. Christmas and New Year's and all that stuff. So, you got yours, anybody, and have
what
any
days-
questions?
And what days the meetings are
Yeah,
scheduled for
yeah.
all the
Is there
committees.
anything there that looks funny to you, or? I checked that the dates and the days all match up, so she did a good job on that. But I don't know of anything else unless you
That looks good.
want to give us Groundhog's Day off or something. I don't know. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Or let's approve this, and then we'll put it in the newspaper. I need a motion to approve the township meeting schedule and calendar for 2017.
I'll make the motion to approve the township meeting schedule and calendar for 2017.
And we need a second?
I'll second.
Okay. We have a motion and a second to approve that. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, hearing none, motion carried. All right, we have, did you hand out all the
Yes,
books?
yes.
Oh, you got them to hand out? Okay, good. All right, we have a financial report with the supplemental information for the year ending March 31st, 2016 by the auditors, Plant Moran. And we're trying to schedule a debriefing meeting so that the public can come in and listen to them tell us where our shortcomings are early in January, because we got to get started on our budget right away. And we'd like to have it at a 6 PM meeting so that the public can be here if they work. So, did you ever hear from them today? No? Okay. She's been kind of hard to get a hold of, because I left several messages and
I
emails
know.
too, so maybe they're just swamped, I don't know. But that's what we're doing, and there's a book for you. Everybody's got their book.
Yes.
Now, what I like to do is start at the back and work forward. I know,
Was I supposed to bring mine? I didn't, because I thought, I'm sure we're not going to go through that whole thing.
no, we're not going to discuss it tonight.
Yeah,
That's a
okay.
whole meeting by itself. See,
Yeah,
it's a
that's what I
It's a
figured.
big thing,
Yeah.
yeah. But I always start to see what the notations are and see where the things are that look funny. I do stuff backwards, but that's where I get a better feel for what I'm looking for when I'm flipping through the front part of it. Let's see, SEMCOG, Intergovernmental Agreement for the Township to join SEMCOG as members. That was killed last year, that one of the trustees didn't feel it was necessary for us to belong to that. However, we did belong to it the first 3 years of his term. The only thing is, we kind of missed the boat on that one too, when they were putting in and replacing Shea Road there. There was grant money to be had for putting a bike path alongside of it. And because we didn't have anybody on the board that went to find this stuff out, it got passed on to somebody else. So what I would like to do is, if there's nobody that wants to volunteer to attend these things, in order to be a member, you have to go to at least 3 meetings. But I think it's important enough for us to see what's going on and see what we can get, you know, free money on to work on it. So but I'd like to go, I would like to go, but I would like somebody to go with me, so. Kathy, were
Yeah.
you interested in that?
I'll do that, yes.
Okay.
I could do that with you.
And then if anybody else wants to go, we can, but I'd like to commit two of us to,
If you can let us know when the meeting's there, if I can attend, I know we went to, when I was deputy supervisor, went to a couple of those for sidewalks and stuff up there in Marine City.
mm-hmm,
We redone that one road, worked out real good.
okay. All right, so with permission to sign that agreement again, do we have your permission to do so?
Yeah.
Okay, I need a motion to the effect, please, because we're spending money.
How much money are we spending?
I don't know, do we have the amount in that?
No, it doesn't say.
It didn't say how
No.
much, I'll find out for sure, but
It's about $700.
$700 a year?
It did a lot of good when we were working up there in Marine City. I remember you were on board then, Sir Med.
Good.
I think it's well worth it.
I think the money is well spent too, so. And I think you can send as many members of your board as you want, but you gotta make sure that at least someone attends at least 3 meetings a year, and they're monthly meetings, so. So if we can kind of commit ourselves to at least 2 of us going all the time, then we'll be
Where
able
are
to
the
report
meetings?
downtown Detroit.
Okay, so it is on Woodward.
Yeah.
All right, let's check.
All
I'll
right,
make a motion for the two of you to attend the SUMCOG meetings. Do you
Okay.
work? So,
and we would just leave it at under $1,000 for the spending of that
Okay.
membership.
okay.
And we have a second for that?
I'll second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to spend under $1,000 for the membership for the SEMCOG for Cottrellville Township. All in favor signify by saying aye by roll call.
Tom?
Yes.
Sue?
Yes.
Kathy?
Yes.
Angie, yes. Mary Agnes?
Yes. Motion carried. Thank you. All right. I put in here about the 2017 dog licenses for St. Clair County, but I'm going to let Kathy, I didn't
Yeah,
prep
they,
you on this, but would you kind of go through this stuff so everybody understands?
right, just prior to December 1st, we received information that we would no longer be issuing dog license out of our office. And we have some flyers up front, we posted on the door that they are going to, there's a list of offices that you can go to. The closest ones to Cottrellville would be Elginak Police Department or China, East China, but there is a list. I would recommend that you call first if you're going to go for a license and make sure they don't have set hours or somebody's there before you head over. Beginning January 1st, you can go online and get your dog license and pay for it with the St. Clair County website, and that's also listed on the form. Yeah, it's listed as dogs.stclaircounty.org. So it's just a change, and when we called up there, when the office called up there, they said that they're trying to phase that out, and it's possible that they'll be phasing out more locations next year to the point where maybe it's all
gonna
done
be on
at the
line.
county level. So we had people coming in before December 1st, and we thought we were issuing, and then when we got the information, we posted on the door and put some flyers, and Angie posted it on the website.
Okay, great.
And send it out as an email too.
Yeah, in an email, so.
Very good. All right, we don't have to act on it, but we just wanted you all to be aware of it. Number 8 is, under new business, is a possible request to meet John Gaddafi of the Gaddafi Agency regarding insurances for our township, perhaps in January or February during a day when meetings to have him go through our existing policies. That's something he's offered to do for us. It's kind of a good thing, because if you have any questions on stuff, you know, especially with new members, you know, you might want to, I know Tom's been through the insurance business for a while, so.
Now, is this, who do we have now? It's not John Gaddafi now, is it? Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Should we be interviewing a second company just to compare rates?
It's already rolled over. It rolled over in, what, wasn't it, July? Yeah, so we can do it again
Next year?
in the summer
Because
if you
shopping
want.
rates is always a great thing.
Oh, it is, but he's never been beat, so,
Okay. Well, I didn't know if we had shopped them before or not. I just
yeah,
know it's always good to keep everybody,
happy.
yeah, on their toes and watching out for the good of the customer.
Okay, well, we can, we have to make an appointment with him, so, and unless the audience is interested in being here too, we could switch it to an evening meeting, but I want to make sure that, you know, that we get him out here to go through some of this stuff. Is anybody out there interested in hearing their spiel or no? No? Okay. All right, well then, Angie, in your spare time when you're not doing anything, will you
Yep.
set up an appointment for me? Thank you. And we'll get everybody on board. We got to get past Christmas for Susie, though.
Not just me, I'm sure.
Okay, number 9 is, we're going to form a Smith Cemetery Advisory Committee. We're going to prepare policies and procedures and set fees for lot purchasing, opening and closing of graves, perpetual care fees, maintenance fees, and all that are to be approved by the Township Board of Trustees. But I'd like to get a committee together to work on that. And we were taking volunteers, and it's myself and my husband, and Angie and her husband. And Ken, did you say that you weren't interested in being, you're not a meeting goer?
No, I said we would. I talked to Angie Monday. I said we would.
Oh, you would
you-
serve?
Okay,
We would help out.
okay.
Okay.
But not be on the committee.
You don't wanna
wanted just
serve?
to help.
Well, no, we will, but
Well,
we didn't
okay.
want to head up any committee.
Oh, no,
Oh,
no.
okay.
No, no. I've done this before. I did it for Holy,
Okay.
Our Lady on the River
Excellent.
Catholic Church. I helped work on their policies and procedures. It took us a few months to get that together, but I've got a good boilerplate. We can go through some of that stuff, and it'll save us a lot of time. I just need warm bodies to make sure that everybody's on board with that, because probably one day we're going to have another cemetery soon. You never know.
I can open and close the gates.
You-
No, there's no gates down there.
Good job for you, Tom. Okay. All right, well, with, and I'm thinking that this is going to be probably something that, if people hear about our meetings, if they come and want to participate, we'll make sure that Angie puts it in on the website so people are aware of it. And if they want to come and voice their opinions and they decide they want to join, we'll just broaden it out a little bit. And then, so if that's all right with you or and any of you guys that want to attend,
I'd like to attend, well, you can put me on the committee, I guess. I'll help out the best I can. I'd like to be at the meetings too,
okay.
so.
Yeah.
I'll be on that committee too.
Will you? Okay, all right. All right, very good. Well, we'll send you I'll text you, okay? No, I'll send you a letter so you know when we'll have our first meeting, and I'd like to set it up sometime in January if we can get past Christmas. And then we'll kind of sit down, and I can't convince you guys to get on it, huh? With all your historical thing about all the
Really?
past, I mean,
Yes.
this would be right up your alley.
Oh, I don't know.
Come on, Don.
I'm pretty well packed right now.
Are you too busy?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, just keep us in mind, because I know you're interested in doing some stuff with the Maple Grove Cemetery too, so. Yeah, at least the,
How far did we, that kind of not off the subject, how
Sure.
far did we get with finding who's there and who ain't there and open spots and missing headstones and, they had
I
a
think
company
the-
out here one time from
Yep.
Grand Rapids or something.
yep, the
didn't it?
paperwork went to Ken, and I don't know if it went to anybody else. I don't know, who was here when Matt Kowalczyk, do you know if he got anything?
I saw the paperwork. We were looking at the paperwork that one meeting at
He made
Matt's
a
house.
great-
At Matt's
Yeah.
house.
Big map of it.
That's the last time I've seen it.
Okay.
Was at Matt's house.
Well, he told me that he did some legwork on that, and he rolled it up and left it here, and we've been tearing this office apart trying to find it. It's a pretty good sized roll, because he actually hand put everybody's name that he had on the record, and he had places where, I guess they had bodies out on the driveway.
They had a big thing, I did remember seeing it in the office there one time, it was all laid out with the
Yeah.
plots.
Yeah,
We
because
can-
he was
Call
working
Matt,
on
see
it
if he-
at his house and I saw it.
Well, I'm thinking it might still be in the basement. We haven't gone through everything down there. We had the girls working on that for a while.
Don't be
Didn't
surprised
come
if
across
there's
it?
not 3 times as many graves as headstones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
they
I'm
showed
sure.
that.
Yeah.
Was
We've
it
got-
in a big tube?
Yep. That's
Oh,
what
that's Matt. If
they
you
told me it
remember
was
Can't
in
be that
there.
many tubes around.
I don't know, we used to keep all the maps and things in that front closet.
Yeah.
But it wasn't through that, we went through everything.
Yeah,
in there.
Patty looked through everything.
Yeah,
in this
Patty and
building.
Matt both did. I don't know where it went, it just disappeared, so.
Now, the company had, would he remember the company, and could we get another copy of that? Up to them?
I think I know the name of the company because we had it done at Maple Grove too. I'll get it from Mrs. Nolan and see if she can give me the specs on it. But I know that Ken worked on that with Matt too, so. But both of those gentlemen are gone now, so. All right, well, I need a motion to approve our Cemetery Committee Advisory Committee. After all the paperwork is done and it's kind of in place, then if you want to put a permanent board together, we can. But everything still has to be approved by the Township Board because that cemetery was turned over to the township.
Do you have
Okay?
any idea how many lots is left over there? Is there any, I mean,
I have a map that shows some of these are, but anytime we bury anybody, I always go over and probe first, just to make sure there's nobody already there. Because there was,
Until you find that inevitable rotten wood one.
well, until you get a wood one, yeah. But by then it's too late, so. But if we don't have a record of it, it's not gonna be, that big a deal if you can't find them, so. If, people come in, we've been honoring their paperwork they've gotten from previous Smiths that handled that for us for many, many years. But a lot of those people, when they were buried, they didn't have money for headstones, so they just buried them. I mean, they were selling lots for $3.
Wow.
So, and I guess that was probably a lot of money in
Money
the,
back then.
yeah, so. But those are kinds of things that we had to nail down too, with the church. If you have, if they don't have a record of it, if they bring a record forward and we can match a signature to somebody that was actually there when that was going on, and we honor it. Otherwise, after 20 years, if nobody's paying anything on that, we have to put it back in the pot because we're running out of space and you just can't, if nobody's gonna honor it, or maybe they're already dead and they've got buried someplace else and nobody told us. And then anything as far as recording, giving out deeds, we want to make sure that if they want to sell it to somebody else, that it comes back to us to be transferred, because we need to keep track of that stuff, otherwise we're spinning our wheels.
That, if there isn't that many left, it could be just a good idea to close it and just take care of what's there.
Well,
Just
we
depends
could.
on what's left. I mean, see, if there's only half a dozen plots left, the aggravation factor, and
Well, if you're talking about empty ones, or you're talking about people that,
if there's empty
available ones?
Yeah, not to go out and sell more, just take care of the ones that are already sold that we know about.
Okay.
We just look, I'm just saying, if there ain't too much there, because you outweigh the cost against what you make off it. I mean, we're not in business to make money off a cemetery, definitely. But if we start plugging it in there too tight, and we start finding somebody that was a foot over farther than where the other one should have been, which we've all run into, and you have to start putting them in there sideways.
Get a shoehorn.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so can we have a motion to,
I'll make a motion to form Smith Cemetery Advisory Committee.
I'll second.
we have a motion and a second by Susie? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion carried. All right, we got public comments. Anybody got any public comments about anything?
That subtract fee is based on the population, and it's 742 for 2017.
Oh, thank you.
What was that?
$742 for the SIM card.
Oh, okay.
Based on population.
Okay, good. All right, Barbara, how can we help you?
Question, number
Sure.
one.
Can you pull that mic down just a little bit, because it's sticking in your ear? Thank you.
Good. Question number one. How much did we pay our last DPW person to read the meters? Do we know? I was just questioning it.
You mean hourly?
Would we pay
I
him?
think it was $20 an hour,
Was he
wasn't
20 bucks
Which
an
one,
hour?
John or Don?
John, yeah.
Whoever
Okay,
did the
John,
readings.
Johnny reads
Yeah,
it.
John is 20 and Don is 22.
We only paid one person
Right.
to do that per hour. Okay. Number two. I've been watching Mary Agnes, what's going on with that Lewandowski lawsuit, it keeps getting canceled or postponed.
It does.
Can you
It-
update us?
I can't really, because right now, they're in negotiations again. But we should have an answer here right after January 3rd.
Good, good, good. That's an update.
Yep.
And then just a FYI to all of you, I know like Tom has a business, and Angie, your husband, has a business. Mary Agnes, your husband has a business. Kathy, I think your husband has a business.
It's our business, yes.
Sue, I don't know about your husband.
We're retired.
Oh, no, look, I wish. Just an FYI, it is a conflict of interest to try to go out and get business for your business. If anybody comes in and gets a, what do I want to say? They're building a house, and, okay, that would be a conflict of interest, right? Just want to FYI it to you.
Well, he's not in the office, so he's not passing out anybody's name. Is that what you mean?
Just any one of you.
Yeah, if anybody's pulling a permit. And
Correct. Thanks, Tom.
Even anybody in the office, if they were to recommend me, it'd be
Right.
a conflict of interest because I've sit on the board.
Correct.
And I understand what you're saying. We don't do, my
No, I'm
husband
just-
drives, and we don't have any business in this area at all, so.
Just letting you
it's
know
not
it's
safe.
a
But yeah, I understand, but just FYI too.
Great, that way we're all on the same board. Have a nice holiday.
Yeah, you too.
Anybody else got anything to say? Okay. Well, we got some announcements. The Cookies and Cocoa with Santa was a success. We had about 50 kids show up with their parents, and we had a little problem getting a Santa, but thank goodness we had a very nice young man.
Yes, Isaiah, my son.
Yep, Isaiah.
He was,
Viola.
he was a skinny Santa, but it worked.
Well, that's all right.
He pulled it off.
Yep, he did. And we had a tree lighting. We decorated the tree out there thanks to Parks and Rec. And we had we're going to schedule our first Cottrellville Township Compensation Commission meeting.
January 5th.
January 5th? Okay. What time?
Ours was at 7.
I'm sorry?
I believe it was. I think it was at 7.
7? And it's right here at the hall? Now, is that open to the public? I assume it is. Yes, I think it is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll have to be posted.
Okay. All right. We'll take care of that for you.
I do on my calendar. Mhm.
Okay, very good. All right, and then we're gonna schedule our first cemetery meeting then shortly after that. I gotta look and see what my book looks like on, and we'll notify you. And then I'll have Angie put it in the website. Now, another thing I would like to stress, if you have friends or neighbors that have internet and would like to know what's going on, we're gonna try and still put out some kind of a newsletter. However, anybody that's on that list is not gonna get one because we're gonna save the postage. We're gonna have Angie put that on the website and they'll be able to read it there. So even if they don't wanna be involved in anything else, but they still want the newsletter, please tell them to make sure that she has that email address so we can send it
I
out.
can email it to them.
Yeah.
I can also put it on the website.
Okay.
But I'll email it to
Yeah.
everybody who
We want
signs
it.
up.
Yeah, because we're trying to save a little money, but we still need to stay in contact with the public. The people, residents need to know what's going on and what we're doing and when we're doing it.
Well, everybody doesn't have email, so you have to do something.
Yeah, well, and those that don't live here too, that still want to know what's going on, that just have acreage and live somewhere else. But I still would like to, maybe the first one that we send out was sent as a mass mailing, and we'll just ask people to contact us by email. Okay, board member comments. I'd like to have Kathy, because Mr. Barnes likes to hear all about the
Oh,
money
my
that we spend for
class.
education. So Kathy, would you please?
Yeah, I attended a class through Michigan Township Associations on November 30th in Frankenmuth. I attended with a couple other people in the area. We drove up together, and it was on Treasurer's Guide to Tax Collecting. And it is supposed to prepare you, give you some guidelines and information. I do want to say that the taxes were prepared. When I started the 21st of November, it was a very nice surprise. I expected them to be, but it was a very professional and kind gesture by the previous treasurer and deputy treasurer that they welcomed me prior and passed on some information, and were very kind about that. This class I saw it right away, and I signed up for it, and it was very good information, and it's going to help me to prepare the summer taxes and get started and know what to start pulling together and watch for. So I enjoyed it, and I learned a lot, and hopefully I can use that information and help myself in the summer.
I have a question. What did that cost you? Because I know you did it from home because you
I got the
you had
early bird special.
before you got elected. So.
Yes, I thought if I'm going to sign up and save some money. It was $101, and then I also, which normally you get, but I purchased this as well. It's a book on the Guide to Township Government for the Treasurer's Office. So,
you're going to leave it here then?
yes, that'll
Always?
be here in the office, and
Okay.
they update it. I
What
think
did
they
that cost
update
you?
it every
I thought there
year.
was one.
$31.50.
Okay, I thought there was a treasurer's
Well, they're
guide.
updated.
Okay.
Every year they're updated, so you're getting, this is 2016.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So every
Yeah.
year they offer a new book and you get that information, so.
So
On
$131.50.
Yeah.
Would the board entertain maybe reimbursing her for that, even though it was after the fact, that $131.50? I think there's money in the education fund of her department.
Yes, there is.
Is there anybody in favor of reimbursing her?
Yeah, we shouldn't reimburse her, it was for the township, I'd say it'd be a good call. I make a motion to reimburse Kathy.
Okay,
I'll second.
I would say. Okay, very good. All in favor, because we're sending money, please give me a roll call vote, please, when you get a minute.
Okay. Kathy?
Yes.
Sue? Sue? Mary Ignace?
Yes,
Tom?
Yes.
Angie? Yes.
motion carried, thank you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. I know you didn't expect that, but,
No, yeah, thank you.
all right. Any other board member have anything they'd like to talk about? Or discuss, or question, or, no? Then I think we should entertain a motion to adjourn.
Well, let's say Merry Christmas to everybody.
Oh, yeah, well, that's the most important thing.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Have a very Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year, please. All in favor of adjourning?
All right.
Aye.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Okay. And I
second
second.